Hello, Ronell. Hello, Ronell. Hello, Shauna. Hello, Dorothy. We see some newcomers. How are y'all? Y'all good? Okay, I know y'all are just mesmerized by my earrings. You can hardly stand it. I think it's like the greatest thing ever. Okay, these are the new you hold the key for the month. Can y'all see? They have little, oh my gosh, I love these earrings. So Susan, my offspring, she doesn't have her ears pierced, and she's getting them pierced because she loves these earrings so much. So I'm just saying, aren't they pretty? Oh, I love these earrings. Okay, so anyway, I'm just saying, they're good. This is you hold the key for April, people, and it's good. So get your 600 in by the end of the month. Okay, did everybody have a great Easter? Yes? Everyone, praise the Lord. Jesus is risen. Yes, absolutely. We had a great Easter as well. Okay, a couple things I want to tell you. Do y'all have notes out, ready to take notes? First thing, we have a few things coming up. We, in the Ruby seminar, which some of my beautiful A-team may be in something, you're in something different, but we can register for a seminar on next Friday, the 26th, okay? So we can register for seminar Friday the 26th. And we need to have 7 of our powerhouse unit to register to get the bracelet. Remember the really pretty bracelet y'all have all seen on In Touch for our unit goal of people going to seminar. And for us, seminar is the end of July. Let me give you the dates. I'm going to pull it up right now. It's July 30th through the 2nd. So July 30th through August 2nd. Okay, that's the Ruby seminar for us. Okay, there's a couple things. I don't know if y'all saw this in the Ozone Facebook group, but Patty is doing a special, and she was running a challenge of 52 faces and 20 sharing appointments in the month, April, May, and June, and then you would get to go, she's calling it the captain's table, where you get to go to that really amazing corporate dinner. And so I went last year, and it is amazing, because we're in this top room on the floor. I think it's on the same floor with Mary Kay's office, but like they have this amazing huge desk, and that's a desk where they filmed an episode of Dallas with J.R. Ewing years ago. Isn't that funny? They filmed an office scene, a meeting, a boardroom meeting there. But anyway, we eat up there. It's really, really nice. You get a private tour of Mary Kay's office, because there's only a very few nationals. Patty has the slot until she retires. So it's a big deal to be able to go and do this corporate thing, because it's something 95% of the Mary Kay world will never see, probably. It's awesome. So she brought it down, though, because this month you can qualify by doing 26 spaces and 10 sharing appointments. So there is 8 days left, basically. So 26 spaces. That's doable, you guys. It's doable. About 3-4 a day. And here's the thing. I'm going to just say it. Most of the time, you don't have a goal that is moving you enough to get uncomfortable enough to ask people, right? Because when you go to people and you're like, oh my gosh, I've got to borrow your face. I need to do 26 spaces by the end of the month, and I need to borrow yours. Can you help me out? People are more likely to do it than if you're, well, most of the time we just don't ask enough because we're not as passionate about our goal. Can I get an amen?
Amen.
It's okay. You don't have to say amen. I know I'm right. You're not asking enough people because you don't have a goal that's moving you. So I'm asking you to go for this challenge, because guess what's going to happen? What if you go for this 26 face challenge and you make it? Do y'all know what the average face is? Dollar per face. What's the average dollar per face that you facial?
200.
50. The average face is 50. So if you do 26 faces, that's $1,300 in sales. When's the last time you had a $1,300 month? Much less a week, right? So the thing is we know faces is the key, but number one, we're not asking enough people. And number two, we are not moved by a goal enough to even ask. So this is a great goal because it's a good reward at the end. Plus, I mean, this is what we should be doing anyway. You know what I mean? I think about what we do in Mary Kay. We're supposed to be doing parties. It's a party plan business. This is what we do. We get in front of people. Do you have to ask people? Yeah. Are you going to get no's? Yes. Are you going to have people not respond back to you? Yes. You're going to have all that. But you know what I think about? Okay, so one of my friends was telling me at her job, she had to deal with a girl that was trying to commit suicide at work. Well, you know, what are the worst things that happen to us? Not that. I mean, what? People don't respond to you? Like when they are, people just, I think the one thing is we have to deal with rejection. We have to learn how to deal with people telling us no. We also have to learn to deal with being ignored sometimes. Do you feel like you get ignored sometimes? Yeah, when people don't respond, like they say, sure, and they give you their name and number and they don't respond. But on the flip side, when you get yeses, that's pretty awesome, right? So let me tell y'all, I had a consultant on my team, and I haven't seen her or talked to her in 15 years, okay? And I found her on Facebook, and I thought, I liked her. I don't really know what happened. I can't even remember why she slipped away from Mary Kay. So I messaged her and said, I would like to be reconnected to you. And, you know, and so I just said, what's going on in your world? It has been forever. So we had some back and forth conversations, catching up on family and life and all of this. And then I said, Mary Kay has changed so much since you tried it last. Could I send you some samples? And she said, I actually would like to look at Mary Kay again because it's been since I was in that I've used it. And so I sent her samples. And you guys, this has been, hang on. I'm going to just tell you. I'm still here. Don't worry. I'm looking something up. Okay, here we go. So she's ordered 3 times. Do you know how much she's ordered? $662. Every time she's asked for more samples, and I have sent more samples, and then she buys more stuff because she was buying it at the mall, and she likes the convenience of that I'm sending her samples. And then I send her little gifts with purchase. $662 with one face, you guys. And I haven't even facialed her. I have sampled her, and I haven't seen her in 15 years. So what I'm saying is that sometimes it's not the person you're asking right there. She might not say yes. It might be your friend from high school on Facebook. Who knows? But you got to be doing it all, right? You got to be doing it all. Now, here's another thing I want to say to y'all. I really feel like sometimes we go to ask people and we assume they're going to say no. And so the way we ask them is not confident. Would y'all agree that you don't ask them with confidence because you think they might say no? Or you're assuming they're going to say no, or maybe you're protecting yourself. So you kind of put it out there. I'll just kind of throw a little out there and see if she bites, because we're assuming we're going to get a no. You have to stop assuming that people are going to tell you no. Are they going to tell you no? Yes, people are going to tell you no, but you can't talk to them in a way that you're assuming they're going to tell you no. Are y'all with me? Do y'all understand the difference? You have to talk to them like you think they're going to tell you yes. This is the same way with sharing the business opportunity. I told y'all the story a couple weeks ago about me recruiting that girl. And I told her, I came here for you. I think you would be great in Mary Kay. And I booked this appointment with you because I wanted to come and I wanted you to try the products and I wanted to come tell you about Mary Kay. And she signed up because I was bold. So what I'm wanting you guys to do is to be more bold and just assume people want to tell you yes. Think about what we have to offer as consultants, our service, our product. I mean, you're going to take care of them. Does anybody at the mall follow up after they purchase 2 days, 2 weeks, 2 months? No. Is anybody going to deliver to their house? Only Amazon. I mean, you know, from the mall, they're not going to. From Ulta and Sephora, they're not going to. So I want y'all to realize we have a service and people like service. So let's talk about this for a minute. How many people are using what's it called, waiter? Where they go pick up your food for you because you don't even want to leave your house to go pick up food. You have a waiter go pick it up for you and you pay them $5 or whatever. Okay, we have that. Do y'all know there's another thing called Instacart? Instacart. One of my customers is telling me she's doing it. So people can order from different things, a pet place in town, somewhere else, somewhere they don't want to go, and she'll go pick it up for them. I mean, people don't want to go pick stuff up. So, my gosh, we don't even charge them, and we deliver free of charge. What I want you to understand is people are wanting a service, and we have it. Ulta and Sephora cannot compete with what we have. Lancome, Estee Lauder, they cannot compete with our service that we give, which is clearly what people are wanting. I mean, how many times people drive to Walmart and just pull up and because they don't want to get out of their car and go in Walmart? I went to Walmart the other day, you guys. I hadn't been inside Walmart. It's been at least a year. I was like, I can't remember the last time I stepped in Walmart because I do the pickup stuff. And I don't even pick it up. I have my office assistant pick it up because I don't want to go to Walmart. The thing is that people want a service. So understand, we have something to offer. Not only do you have a great product at a great price, we are less than anything at the mall, Clinique, Estee Lauder, Lancome. We are a prestige line. But we are going to help them, and we're going to make sure they're wearing the right color so they don't have a pumpkin face, right? We're going to do all those things for them to make sure they're getting a great service. So understand, people want what we have, okay? They want service. We got it. All right. That was a tangent. See, sometimes it just comes on me. I don't know when it's coming. Okay, so we can register for seminar this month. Captain's Table. Patty also did a new set sheet, and the new set sheet just has skincare. So y'all can get that in the Ozone National area. And what you can do is send it over to Office Depot. One of the gals was saying she sent them over to be color copied. And before our discount for like 55 copies or whatever, it's going to be $44. And guess how much it was? Color copies after the discount. It was like 11 bucks. I'm telling you, y'all got to utilize that discount. It's awesome. Anyway, so she had her set sheets ready to go. And this one, it just has skincare, and she doesn't have a lot of discounts on it. So you may want to use that one, and that's fine. It's a great one. What Patty's really wanting us to do is just do skincare and CC cream at the first appointment. So at your follow-up appointment, you are checking out on the products, but you are also giving them a custom foundation match as well as letting them do color, okay? Because do you find that you want to show them everything at the first appointment, and then when you end up doing that, there's no reason, they don't feel there's a reason to see you again at the follow-up because you've shown them everything. So, you know, sometimes I've been to parties and they're like, I came to try lipstick. And I go, we can't try lipstick. We'll do it at your follow-up appointment, and then I can work with you more individually about the colors you want to look at and try. So just know you don't need to bend to what customers are wanting that moment. You need to do your system because it's better for them. We want them to buy skincare, and if we show too many things, they are not going to buy skincare. Do you know how long it takes somebody to use up a lipstick or a blush? Do you know how long it takes for them to use that up? Forever, you guys. It takes forever to use up lipstick and blush. So we want them on skincare. We want them on a base so that they're using that twice a day, every day, and then we have better reorders. Skincare is the bread and butter of your business. So when you do your first appointment and all you show is skincare, then you're going to sell skincare because you're not showing them everything. And don't hand them a lookbook because that's 6 million products, and then you totally just shot your skincare sale because you've overwhelmed them with all the stuff in the book, right? I mean, we're used to the products, but we have to think about how they feel. And if we can narrow their choices, it's more simple for them. And we want them on skincare in the first place, and then we'll develop them into a color customer as well at the follow-up. Okay, so keep it simple at your appointments. The other thing about doing it this way, it's fast, really, really fast. Now, Patty doesn't even do satin hands and satin lips, but I can't help it. I love doing satin hands and satin lips, and it's not color and it's still fast. But you can kind of decide on that. But I think it's a good idea to get back to the basics of not showing a color look at the first appointment and saving it for the follow-up so you can book them because you have something good to show them. So the new set sheets are on there if y'all want to use that for your first appointment. I developed a set sheet, and I think it's great for follow-up too, or a different type of party because it has color in there, it has dash out the door, it has some other stuff, and so you can utilize both. Okay, so yeah,
that's a question for you. So is that what you're probably going to do, is for the first appointment use Patty's just for the skincare, and then use yours, this one that you have for your follow-up appointments, the one that you developed?
Well, probably, and I was thinking about it because what I've been doing is the skincare, and one of my sets is see on my sheet, one of my sets is Dash Out the Door, which I've been doing Dash Out the Door again. But again, it takes time, you know. And then I was doing Satin Hands, so that was all on there. But I think I will just go because I've been doing a lot of lunch appointments and I can go faster if I'm just doing skincare, right? So anyway, you have that choice how you want to do it. But yeah, and then you have 2 set sheets to go with, because my set sheet you can use for a color compact appointment if you're trying to show them that, because one of the sets is a brush set. Mine shows different options, which when I have been showing the set sheet at my first appointment, I just talk about the ones we use that day. I don't really talk about the other ones. So it's kind of how you want to do it, but mine offers more discounts than Patty's does. So that's a consideration as well. She doesn't have like a $2.99 set. It's like a $187, I think it's a high set, and she gives a roll-up bag with that. And that's the only one you get anything free on. So y'all can look at it and see, and this is again where you get the choice of how you want to do it, okay? Any other questions? Anyone? Okay. Something else, as y'all realize, is that they're offering a skincare set bundle for the repair set, and you can order 3 this month. Here's why it's good. The one they're offering now is the 4 steps of the skincare minus the lifting serum. And then what they're putting in place of it is a vitamin C square and then also a tone correcting serum. So instead of it being $205 retail like a repair set is, it's actually $243. So you're getting quite a bit of free product. But they're only charging, the wholesale is $92.50. So $92.50 is $185 actually. So you're getting quite a bit of extra free retail. So when you sell it, you can get, and it's $185, so you can make an additional $60 when you sell it. Does that make sense? So when you're placing your order, get those 3 sets. These are things you're going to use, but you can cash in on the savings right there of being able to use Light. And a lot of times with the vitamin C squares, I mean, tone correcting serum is a really good product to use it with. That one or the replenishing serums here are my favorite things to mix C squares with, because they're a little bit more liquidy than the lifting serum, which not everybody has that on their shelf right now. That should be coming before the end of the seminar year. I'm assuming June will get the lifting serum. So I don't know for sure. I'm kind of assuming they're going to whip that out in June to help us finish up all year. Okay. All right. So don't forget to do that by the end of the month. Okay. Also, I put out that survey. Do y'all remember the survey where it was like, I'm giving $160. This is what I'm giving away. A facial peel, a Skin Invigorate brush, and a lash and brow serum. And that is going to go away to anybody that listens to Opportunity this month. I was trying to offer y'all an incentive so that you would be excited to share the opportunity and have like, oh my gosh, if you just listen, because you can go through that sharing sheet that we've talked about every time, or you can have them watch a video, and then I put the survey in there. They'll just fill out the survey and then they get their name and number. If you're face to face and they didn't fill out the survey, you could pop it up and ask the questions. I just need to, the questions are important because it's kind of closing them like on a set of 1 to 5. Where do you lie interest wise? And then I follow up, which is why I like the survey. I have their name and number and I can follow up. But everybody that listens to the Opportunity, if they've not done a survey, you need to tell me so we can put them in this drawing. Okay. 160 free. So I'm going to start doing something like this every month because I want y'all in the habit of having something to offer by saying, hey, would you mind just listening, giving your opinion of our marketing plan, or however you were wording it. I've put some scripts out there to some of y'all. So I want y'all to have a good reason to offer the opportunity for them to listen. Okay. So that is still going, and this drawing will happen on May 1st. And I want some more entries of your people in for this. Who are you sharing the opportunity with this last week of the month? You probably have customers that you have never shared with. You probably have friends you've never shared with, family, whatever. Who could you ask to listen? Let me give you the website of a good video I like. It's 16 minutes long, and it's our #1 director in the nation, Amy Kemp. And the site, are y'all ready? You can write this down. It's Amy Kemp, so it's AMYKEMP amykemp.me. Okay, amykemp.me. And so when you listen to this, it's really good. It's a video, and it's really neat because she talks about growing up when her mom came into Mary Kay and they kind of made fun of her and like, what is this Mary Kay thing? But her mom took them to Europe to see her uncle because she was a teacher and didn't have money. She got into Mary Kay to make the money so their family could go see her brother. And so right away she was like, wow, you can make extra money with Mary Kay. This works. So it's our whole story. It's really good. I think it appeals to a lot of people. And she shows seminar and she shows her life. It's a really good balance of all of it. So you can have people watch the video. You can send them that link, and then also just send them the survey link and ask them to fill that in, and they're done. And then just follow up and just say, hey, have you had a chance to watch it? Have you finished the survey? That way you get in for the drawing. Okay. And I think everybody on here, I've sent them that stuff. If I haven't, let me know. What, Shauna?
Where is the survey link? Where did you send that?
I put it in our Facebook group.
Okay.
So yeah, I put it in the Facebook group. But if you need it, just holler if you don't see it in there. But I had a picture of this, and I had everything in there at the beginning of the month. Look at the very beginning of the month, and you'll see all that. So get some people in there. Get people to just listen. Sometimes, okay, so one time I was doing a Bible study, and there was a girl in there, and I was like, I'm not going to ask her. She's not interested in Mary Kay. But I had a goal, so I thought, well, I'm just going to ask her. She'll help me with my goal. And she signed up and did a star order, and I was like, why in the world? I was not even going to ask her. But I had a goal to ask people, so I asked her just because I had a goal, not because I thought she would do it, not that I thought she would have an interest. I mean, I liked her, and she was a good teacher, but you know what I mean? So don't prejudge people. Just let them hear and let them decide for themselves if it's for them or not, okay? Any questions on that? Anyone? Okay. Also, don't forget when you order this month, the price increase. I'm going to go over this with you because I want y'all to make sure you're aware. And I put things on Facebook, but I know a lot of times you're not seeing them. So that's why I'm going to go over it with you. But I read better close up without anything. Sorry. So write this down. The first product going up is CC cream. And it's going up from $20 to $22. So if I were you, I'd order a bunch of CC creams because you know you're going to sell them. And every time you sell them, past May 16th is when the price goes up. But every time you sell them, you make $2 extra per CC cream. That's just smart business, you guys. If you think about any other retail store out there, when they know they're going to have a price increase in something, you better bet that they stock up beforehand so they can make the extra profit. That's just being a smart business owner. Okay, CC cream. The next one is foundation primer. That's another great, very popular product. Now, these two products have an 18-month expiration. So don't get 100. I mean, I guess you can get 100 if you want. But just be mindful, those two do have an expiration. So foundation primer is going from 18 to 20. Again, a $2 increase. So you definitely want to cash in on those savings. Eye makeup remover. We all sell a ton of eye makeup remover. This one's going up from 15 to 17. So again, a $2 increase. The next one is oil mattifier. Oil mattifier, and it's going from 16 to 18. Okay. The next one is the men's moisturizer in the men's line, and it's going up $1, 24 to 25. Okay. Lip primer. I have people love some lip primer. It's going from 24 to 25, so up just $1. Okay. And then the last one is a deep wrinkle filler in the Time-Wise Repair line. And if you're young, you're probably like, what? What's that product? You just go ahead and just take a mental break. The rest of us my age, I'm filling in cracks on my face doing grout work every day. It's going from 45 to 48. Okay. Now, let's think in terms of what do you sell the most, and probably the first three. You probably sell the most is CC cream, eye makeup remover, and foundation primer. Stock up on those. You know you're going to keep selling them. I mean, eye makeup remover has a shelf life of 3 years. I'm going to order a ton of those. I will tell you. And the reason why would I not make $2 extra every time I sell it past that date? Okay. And let me tell you this, sometimes y'all may be like, golly, they jumped up $2. Why $2? Why not just $1? But eye makeup remover's been $15 for forever. Foundation primer's been $18 since it came in. CC cream's been $20 since it came in. A lot of times we had these products 8-10 years with no increase. So that's why sometimes it jumps $2 because we've had them so long with no increase at all. Okay. All right. So don't forget that. So when you place your order this month, 3 repair sets, because that's a huge savings for you, and stock up on your best products, your best line products over here. Okay. Now, I wanted to kind of open it up tonight and just say who has some questions about things, or who is kind of like, I am struggling in this area, because sometimes it's good in the group if somebody's like, I'm struggling with this. And, we all have some different ideas, or somebody's saying, I'm doing this and it's really working well. So who has something they're struggling with or a question? Anyone? I'm not trying to do a Mary Kay commercial. This is just my Yeti. Okay. I know somebody has something on their mind. Let's go. Spill it, girls. I'm waiting.
Well, for me,
okay.
I've been kind of maintaining for the past couple months because I've been in wedding zone. So I kind of feel like I'm starting over. And I'm like, I feel like I don't have a lot of names. I don't have a lot of people. So what do we do now?
Okay. Do other people feel in that position? Like,
yes.
I need to call some people, but who do I have to call? Okay. So there's a few things you can do. I always go back to my customer base, first of all, and think, who loves me and loves Mary Kay and can get 2 or 3 friends together for some free product? I always go to my customer base first. And I'm not asking her for a party. So watch your verbiage, because I think party says to people, I got to clean my house, I got to get snacks, and I got to invite a bunch of people. Right? I think sometimes party, when we say that, has that kind of connotation. So use words like skincare makeover or beauty experience. Okay? And that sounds different, because the thing is, you don't want them to think they have to do a lot. They don't. They can even do it at your house. You just need them to get 2 or 3 friends together. And everybody can get a couple friends together. They've got a neighbor and their daughter, or a coworker and their daughter, or their mom. I mean, it's not hard to get 2 friends together, okay? 2 or 3. So I think the first thought is watch your verbiage. How are you asking? And don't say party. Don't say anything that sounds like a lot. Because if you're talking to a mom at this season of the year, she's like, oh my God, I can't wait for school to be over with. I've had it. We go every night, right? So you have to think about how some people are have so much going. A party can sound like you're just wanting to do a little gathering, a little beauty gathering, and you just want to get down with a couple of friends. So, but what you're going to do is say, look at your customer base, first of all. Who's a new customer? Who's an old customer? Who's a customer that's not seen the new color products yet? I mean, we all have them. Sometimes we've tried, or they just don't order that much, and we haven't even gotten with them with the new colors. How many customers do you have that maybe haven't even tried the 3D? So what you want to think in terms of what's come out the last few launches, that I can use that as a reason for us to get together, because they haven't seen the latest and greatest of Mary Kay. Okay. So one lady, she used to use Mary Kay, and I ran into her, and so I didn't run into her like with my car. I mean, I was out and about. Anyway, I meet her, and she was like, I love Mary Kay. It's been forever since I used it. And so when I talked to her, I said, let's get together and I'll show you the latest and greatest of Mary Kay. So, that was just a different way to say it, because she hadn't seen it in so long. So look at that. Number 1, do you have a color customer? Well, would she be willing to do a spa party to try some of that stuff? Do you have a skincare customer? Would she be willing to get together and try some of the new color stuff? So just kind of look at your customer base and start there and book them, and then try to get them to bring 2 to 3 friends. Nothing major, 2 to 3 friends, right? Okay, simple. The next thing is, do you, like for you, Shauna, I mean, will Deidre let you put up a facial box or something at Dress Barn? Can you put some kind of something up like that? Can you do a vendor event? Right now in spring and summer, there's a lot of vendor events going on. Can you participate in that? If you have a customer that says she's just too crazy busy right now to get together, just say, well, I know you love Mary Kay products. Do you have a friend that you wouldn't mind referring to enjoy the same thing? I'd love to just, get together with her and let her try the products. So ask for referrals as well from your customer base. Another thing is, who is in your neighborhood that you don't know? So I've done this more than once over the years, is I have went with satin hands, or sometimes I've just went with little sample goodies with my card, and I'd put them in a basket, and I'd ring the doorbell, and I'd be like, hi, I'm your neighbor, I live right over there, I'm Melissa. And I just think it's sad I don't even know my neighbors in this day and age, and I just want to come over and say hi. And they're like, oh, well, okay. And and some people don't open the door because they might think I'm selling something. I mean, hey, that's normal. But I try to go around. The other thing I do, if I'm walking and a neighbor's outside, like last night we were walking and a neighbor came in, I go, hey, I haven't met you yet. I drew her off her front porch to come over. We had a nice long talk, but then Chris came and he started talking about the military, but anyway, but I was like, I know her name and I'm going to go back. And I'm going to be like, hey, the other day my son and I were walking and I just wanted to pop over to get to tell you what I do. And I brought you a little sample. I'd love to get together and pamper you. We can just visit and have some fun. So I'll go to that neighbor, even though I didn't get to do it then. I will go back because now I have rapport with her, right? So neighbors is another one. How about church? Who's in your Sunday school group? See, what you want to think about, who are all warm acquaintances? You know what I mean? Like, their face maybe. Who's at church? Who's in your Sunday school class? Where do you frequently buy things? Do you end up with the same waitress? Sometimes you go somewhere and you're like, oh, how are you? And you talk to them, you do not know their name, but you still talk to them friendly, or the person that's at your cleaners. Think in terms of who's kind of a warm contact to you that you never ask. We all have them. We all have people in our circle we've never even asked. So Shauna, that's where I would start. And then if you can do some things with people you don't know, like you can put out a facial box or do a vendor event, that would be probably, it's like you start with your customers and build out, and that layer of people you have no idea who they are and you're going with random people, that would be the last layer. But I feel like and then we have Facebook. I didn't even talk about Facebook. Who's your friend? Who's somebody you used to work with? Who's your high school friend? Who are these people on there that you know that you've never even talked to about Mary Kay, or maybe you asked her a year ago, and life changes. People's lives change. Things are going on that are different, and just say, I'd love to get together. One day, I reconnected with this friend. Somebody referred her, and she used to be my customer, and she used another consultant, and I don't know what happened. Then that gal moved, and anyway, she got referred to me, and I go, I'm so glad, because I didn't think to call her. So I just said, girl, we need to catch up. I know most people do lunch, but you know me, I don't do lunch. I want you to come over to my house and we'll talk, and we'll play in some Mary Kay. And she came over and she's like, I'm so glad to be using you again. I've missed you. I'm like, I missed you too. So that's somebody that hadn't been a customer in 10 years, but was referred. Do y'all see what I mean? We all have connections to people we're not utilizing. So that's my answer to you, Shauna, is that there is always someone to ask. But sometimes it's like, do we have a plan of how to do that? So what I would have y'all do, it's kind of like when you're a new consultant. Start with your contact list. Who can you think of off the top of your head that you have not asked to try the products, or maybe they haven't used the products in forever? Maybe they did 3 or 4 years ago when you were new, whatever. So start there, then start with your circles, church, where you work, where you buy things, your husband's friends, or, all that acquaintance stuff. And then go to Facebook. Who do you know from Facebook? Who can you send samples to? I've sent quite a few samples out to people, and I have sold skincare sets by sending samples. And usually I'm doing a FaceTime facial, and sometimes I'm not. I had one girl, I texted her and said, hey, I want to make sure you got your packet in the mail. Can we do your FaceTime facial? She goes, oh, I didn't want to wait. I tried it on. I like it. I want one of the skincare sets. I'm like, okay, lovely. I'll pop that in the mail for you, right? So because I'm in motion, there's samples going out. So you know, sometimes you have to spend the money to get the samples to mail them, to get them to try it, but, you know, you'll still get results. Some people, I mean, I've sent samples out and they will not respond back to me because for whatever reason, but I don't care. Like I got the one girl that ordered $663 and I still haven't seen her. She's covered all the samples and all the shipping. It's fine. Plus some, you know what I mean? So just be willing to try different things, Shauna. You know, it's just getting in motion and saying, okay, I got to get this baby rolling. And you can, because if you can get in front of 8 women and they could bring 2 or 3, oh my gosh, if they just brought 2, 8 women, that could be 25 faces, just finding 8 women that would bring a couple of women with them. So I think in our minds, we need to make it simple. You need to have a hostess thing where you honor if she brings just 2 to 3 friends and you just talk in terms of Mary Kay beauty experience, skincare facial, or make it a spa party. I do spa parties quite a bit when I'm not doing any color. And then that's a fun way to book because they're like, oh, that sounds great. Because everybody, let's face facts, we all work, we're all family, we're all busy, everybody's running. And a spa party people really like. And in the spa party, I do hands and lips. But here's what I do. I let them do the charcoal mask. And then I have them, while it's drying, I'll do marketing. And I let them try their stuff. Like I'm letting them try the Shea body products. I'm letting them put Mint Bliss on their legs. So their mask is on and they're rubbing it on their legs. And I'm having them do all kinds of different things. And then I give them the rags and I tell them, I don't use the little, you know, the little ones that come in the kit. I give them a hot rag and I tell them, lay back and lay the rag on your face. And they're all just sitting there like this with the rag on. This is awesome. I love this. So it's not a massage, but it's something that's very pampering for women. They love it. They'll sit there for 5 minutes with that on. This feels so great. I'm so relaxed. And Shauna actually told me a good idea. She's had people put Mint Bliss on their shoulders and then put a hot wash rag or towel around. So that's kind of something else you could do. Where in the summer, you'll have more people wearing things they can. We're just coming out of winter. But anyway, they have loved it. I have sold Mint Bliss. I've sold charcoal mask. I've sold all that because they loved the pampering part, the spa part. And that was the party I recruited that one girl I was telling you about. And we didn't do any color at all. We just did all the spa pampering things. I didn't even do CC cream on them. Nothing. Just the skincare and the spa stuff, and they loved it. So if you have a group of gals that you think a Friday night spa party would go good with them, then do a Friday night spa party. The thing is, there's so many options, so don't get overwhelmed by that. But the point is, you've got to ask. And you know what? You got to ask a lot of people because people are busy. So what you have to understand is if you asked 15 women, you might not, if you called 15 women, you're not going to get hold of them all. Say you got hold of 5. And maybe one says yes, one says, oh my gosh, the life is crazy, a couple of months. One says no. One says, try me next week. The other one says, call me at work so I can look at my schedule. Do you see what I mean? You've got to be, the fortune is in the follow-up. I want you to write this down. The fortune is in the follow-up. Things don't happen at the first very often, right? You have to be willing to persevere to get to the good stuff. Okay, so are y'all, I mean, really, I want y'all to understand that. It's like we get frustrated on the front end because nothing's happening, but there is fortune in the follow-up, and you have to be willing to keep reaching out, right? You have to be willing to do that to get to the good stuff, okay? So just choose to not be emotional about it, you know what I mean? Like, don't decide if you sit down to make bookings and you don't get a booking and you've reached out to 15 people, don't decide that's a sign. It's a sign of nothing except you didn't get a hold of anybody. It's not a sign of anything. It's not a sign of where you're going and if you should be doing Mary Kay or not. It's like we're looking for signs all the time, and we just need to be busy and quit trying to analyze every single thing that happens and just say, this is where I'm going. I mean, in college, if you got a bad grade, was that a sign you shouldn't be in that degree plan now? No. You were like, crap, I needed to do, I should have studied more. I should have worked at that a little harder, and you kept going. So just don't be overanalyzing Mary Kay. Keep asking, keep working, keep getting in front of people, because when you get in front of people, all the good stuff happens. All right? Okay. Hey, y'all know that thing. Do you want me to read it to you again? You'll just hang on. Look at the star poster for a second. Think about the star poster.
Okay. The what is now?
Okay. Visualize your star. There you go. All right, I'm back. Here's what I'm going to read to you. Booking is the lifeline of your business. Check these sales stats out. This is exactly why we use the plan. This is the 21-day booking plan. And the reason why it's good is it makes you consistent in your follow-up. Because can we all agree we're not always consistent in our follow-up? Thank you. Y'all don't have to admit it. We all know it's true. And the 21-day booking system is the plan so you follow up like you should, because a lot of times we don't. Okay. 48% of people never follow up. Write this down. I'm not kidding. I want y'all to write this down because I want you to look at it, and you will remember it better if you write it down versus just listening to me. 48% of people never follow up. 25% make a second contact and stop. 25% make a second contact and stop. 12% make the third contact and stop. 12% make the third contact and stop. 10% make more than 3 contacts. Okay, so y'all, that's why there's fortune in the follow-up. Only 10% of people are making more than 3 contacts. All right, here we go. 2% of sales, write this down, 2% of sales are made on the first contact. Only 2%. 3% of sales are made on the second contact. 3% of sales are made on the second contact. 5% of sales are made on the third contact. 5% on the third contact. Okay? 10% of sales, 10% of sales are made on the fourth contact. Y'all ready for this? Drum roll, please. 80% of sales are made on the 5th to the 12th contact. 80% of sales are made on the 5th to the 12th contact. There's fortune in the follow-up. Now, you may be looking at it and thinking, I'm not going to do 5 contacts. I don't want to be bugging people. Well, let's keep in mind, when you set an appointment with anyone now, you're going to get about 5 or 6 reminders. Could we not agree? Phone, text, email, and this is for the dentist, and you're going to get about 6 of them, 5 to 6 of them, and that's after it's already booked. That's just the follow-up. So what I want you to understand is people are very ADD in this day and age. Everyone's fragmented because cell phones have made us fragmented because we're interrupted all the time. So people are at a stoplight and they look at their phone. We all do it. And then we're like, oh, and then the light turns and then you go on and you've forgotten. You've totally forgotten. So, you know, the way I feel about it at this point, I don't feel like I'm bugging people when I follow up. I'm going to follow up and I'm going to make 5 attempts. That's where I'm at right now. I'm making 5 attempts. Some are voicemail, some are text. And then past that, I'm like, okay, I think 5 attempts, they should tell me one way or the other, but sometimes they don't. And sometimes they just ignore you the whole time. But I know for me, I'm going to follow up because 20 years ago, 15 years ago, when we weren't as fragmented as we are now, they would have remembered the 3 contacts. But most people don't even, when I text them back, they're like, oh yeah, I totally forgot you texted. Well, that don't even count as what it did. They forgot it. that's why you have to make more attempts now, and don't even feel bad about it. Here's the deal. If people tell you no, you don't call them back. People are really aggressive when people say no and they keep trying to make them say yes. We don't do that. We don't do that. If they say no, we're like, okay, well, if you change your mind, let me know. And we're done. So we're not going to be aggressive just by making more attempts. Okay, so don't feel like you will, because you won't. But people are ADD clearly from all the research. This shows you guys, all the research out there tells them you've got to confirm 5 to 6 times when you make a doctor's appointment. So that's obviously the research out there. So we just have to get on the bandwagon and understand we need to make at least 5 attempts. We need to make 5 attempts. Okay. Okay. I think that's it for today. I'm so bossy. I was really bossy today. I'm sorry. I love y'all. But sometimes I get going on it. And you know, today I made a lot of booking attempts. And guess what? I booked. And I was thinking about that because I'm like, I have a choice. You know, I have a choice to get discouraged by that because I made quite a few attempts, you guys. I'm not going to tell you how many, quite a few. But I could be discouraged by that, or I could just say, well, okay, I'm going to keep going. Because I'm going to go find somebody else that's going to say yes. It's a choice every time, but I have to make the same choice. Instead of saying, I'm not making any calls, I'm done feeling this way, it's a choice to say, I still want what I want in Mary Kay enough to keep making more phone calls. That's why you have to want something you really want in Mary Kay. So you better have a goal that moves you. So the other thing I've done, I made a new vision board. I told you that. And so on my vision board, I can't get a good light, I'm reflecting. On my vision board, I make my phone calls in front of my vision board most of the time now. So I'm keeping in front of me where I'm going. And so what's happening if I'm not getting hold of people or whatever, I'm not being discouraged by that because I'm still looking at why am I doing this? Are y'all with me? Today was pretty fun. Joshua was home from school. And so we were out on the back patio and he's reading in one chair. I'm in another chair booking and my dog's sleeping right beside me. And I was like, pretty good day. My kid's right here reading. I'm booking. My dog's asleep. I'm like, it's a pretty nice afternoon out here. I'm home with my kid. He's out of school. I'm working. He's reading. We're just hanging out together. It was fun. So, you know, those are the reasons. Those are the little things I love that I'm like, because I kept going, I have freedom and flexibility. And when you keep going, you're going to have the freedom and flexibility and the income that you want to, right? But it just takes persistence like everything does. So here's your challenge. I have fun prizes to give out. Nobody made the challenge last time, and I was very sad because I had good things. So here is the challenge. We all know we need to talk to more people. So I want you, whoever books 2 bookings by tomorrow night, by midnight. I'm giving you today to get 2 bookings. Because actually I'm going to give you till Thursday. I'm going to give you till Thursday because I was just thinking today I made a lot of attempts. I didn't get anything booked. So some nights are like that. So I'm going to give you 2 nights to get it done. So by Thursday at midnight, get 2 face bookings. These are going to be a skincare makeover, or it's going to be a spa appointment, or it's going to be a beauty experience. Okay. Book something. 2 somethings. Okay. Get 2 bookings. Then you're going to feel a victory and excited about finishing your month. Here's the other thing. People know what they're doing this week. They don't know what they're doing in 2 weeks. Try to book close in. Try to book for Saturday. Try to book for Friday. Try to book for Thursday this week. Don't be like, oh, I need to give them a week and a half. They know what they're doing this weekend. They can get some friends together this weekend, this week. Okay? So try to book close in. All right? So 2 bookings by Thursday at midnight. Sorry. The month end is next Tuesday at midnight. Okay? And next Monday night, we are meeting at La Madeleine for dinner and some Mary Kay time. So y'all can dress casually for that, not shorts. You can wear capris or jeans, or, you know, I'll probably have my director suit on because that's how I roll on Mondays. But anyway, and don't forget, these are a really good conversation piece. I could have modeled these for Mary Kay. I'm so into these darn earrings. I'm like, look at my earrings. See, look, aren't they fun? Weren't you wondering before I said something? All right, so get your earrings wrapped up. All right, any questions, anything before we wrap up? No? Be persistent, be bold, be confident. We have something great to offer people, but you gotta ask, and you gotta keep asking. So I'm gonna leave you with this quote from National Sales Director Pam Shaw. You have to fight for your best life. You have to fight for your Mary Kay dream. You have to fight for it. Nobody's going to hand it over, okay? So fight for your best life. Y'all have an amazing week. Love you all. Bye.
Thank
For
you.
Yeah.
Thank
See you on Monday if you're local. Emma, we're just happy to see your face every 2 weeks. All right. Y'all take care. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.